G'day everyone, it's Engelo Rumora here. I'm your favorite Australian and the real estate dingo, bringing you another vlog. And today I'm talking about this. Do you need an LLC to start investing? Let's get it going. Okay guys, look, before I get started, I want to throw a big fat disclaimer out there and let you guys know that I'm not an accountant and I'm not an attorney. Everything I'm about to tell you is just my opinion. And my advice to you is this: you should go and speak to your accountant and you should go and speak to your attorney because everyone's circumstances are different. So what might work for me and someone else might not work for you, okay? But look, I honestly believe that anyone that's kind of looking to start their real estate endeavors, and for those folks that have started, you want to try and keep things as simple as possible because there's way too much stuff going on and there's way too many things to learn when it comes to investing in real estate. And successfully investing in real estate. And look, I'm a big believer in starting slow, starting small, starting cheap, and you know, don't overcommit and don't overcomplicate by spending large amounts of money on legal advice and tax advice when you need that money to kind of grow your business and get you to that next level. Once you get to that next level, then by all means you can go and start spending thousands of dollars on legal and tax advice. But for starters, once again, start small, start slow, and start cheap. Now, these are my, observations and perceptions, and I speak to a ton of investors every single day because they all come to us and reach out to me asking for advice on real estate, and I help them do that. And look, in my opinion, if you start an LLC, it's a great way to minimize liability from any potential lawsuits, right? A limited liability company will kind of separate you personally, as long as you structure it correctly, from getting sued by a potential tenant or whoever it may be. So the only thing that's kind of at risk are truly the assets that limited liability company, as in LLC, owns. You aren't necessarily liable for any lawsuit as long as they don't pierce the corporate veil, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to get too technical here, but that's kind of the main protection factor of owning a limited liability company and having properties owned by that limited liability company. Another thing too is because it's a business, you are able to run it and treat it as a business. So, you can expense a lot of stuff from a minimizing tax standpoint that business requires to run efficiently and for that business to run your portfolio and those properties efficiently. So there's a lot of tax benefits there too. So that would kind of be, the pro and the biggest pro of owning a LLC and investing through an LLC. The con, it would just go back to, what I initially said, guys. It can get complex. There's many ways to have this structure. There's many things that you could do wrong where that structure could actually kind of not be as bulletproof as you initially thought. It can get expensive. You have to do separate bookkeeping for that entity, that LLC, or if you're going to have multiple LLCs, you're going to have to do separate bookkeeping for all of those. That can get expensive. It can get time consuming. You could make mistakes, as in, once again, you could do the wrong things. You could compromise the business or the accounts, and then it won't really be as bulletproof as you thought, and it won't really protect you from any personal liability. So, that would, summarize the con. It could be expensive and it could get complex. So once again, guys, it really just comes down to what you want to do, how big you want to grow, how safe you want to be, how protected you want to be. I didn't really focus on these things when I first started. And then I got to a point where I kind of had to start focusing on these things, but I made so many mistakes in the past where I'm still kind of on the fence. Do I regret not spending the money up front, or am I cool spending the money now to go and fix everything from before? I'm still on the fence because I think to myself, if I spent the money then, I wouldn't have enough money to kind of get to where I am today. So even though it's kind of a pain in the butt now to backtrack and restart everything and make sure it's done correctly, as I said, I'm still on the fence. But once again, it just comes down to you and what you want to do longer term. And I strongly advise that you discuss this with your accountant and attorney, get them in a room, get a ton of coffee, map it out, whiteboard sessions, all day long, and I'm sure that you'll figure out the right structure for you and your real estate endeavors. So, hey, I'd love to hear from anyone that has experience in this. So please comment below. How have you structured your real estate endeavors? How do you minimize taxes? I'd love to hear from you. Am I right? Am I wrong? I'd love to hear from you guys too. So just let me know, post below But guys, that's pretty much it. Thanks for listening. I'm Engelo Rumora. I'm your favorite Australian and the real estate dingo. I'll catch you in the next vlog.